Um... If I could just get a word from folks that whether or not I'm live. All right, sorry about that, Foxu. I did. Mercifully. And unexpectedly, because it said that my chances of winning it are poor. So I'm sorry that I didn't read that out, guys. I was reading the details. As you can see, the oppressor is still oppressing. Yeah, I'm actually a little I'm a little confused about that, because I sort of thought if it said that your luck was poor. Oh my god. What did I just inherit? I always thought, I sort of thought that when it gave a reading, like a result like that, that sort of the draw had happened, that your that the result was already decided, but I was mistaken apparently. All right. I don't know who to give this to. I think I'm just gonna hang on to it for a little while. So you've got willful, rowdy, indolent. I think, yeah, martial education's okay for this guy. Yua, but she's not one of mine. I should actually probably decide what to do with that title, but I'm not too worried about... I mean, a 5,000 military isn't the worst thing in the world. These raiders were also tempting to use, but again, we've got bigger fish to fry. Also, I failed to appreciate how... so I've got one temple burning now. I kind of want to take the money from the city, so we'll hang on to that. I think I kind of failed to appreciate how long it's going to take me to get the moral authority up, so... Oh, Jesus. Oh, I get it now. So we were busy raiding in parts of Europe. But yeah, so I think probably what we'll do here. Oh well, didn't take much. I think we'll just keep doing what we've been doing. We'll try and raid stuff down as quickly as we can. Again, we do have the goal of kind of amassing a war chest, so I would like to, as your men return from looting and the holding, one of them hands you an axe with a strange purple sheen and a plus etched into the handle, followed by the number 2. After weighing it carefully in your hands, you toss aside your old grey axe in favor of the new weapon. I feel stronger. Probably could have used that weapon in the duel. Alright. This is a tough call because I know these guys can actually clobber me if I... Oh, yeah, it looks like they're gonna try and defend, so... I think we need to double up and we will raid as a group. Oof. Yeah, these guys are not happy giving up their treasures. So maybe I'll actually go to Wales. They seem... well, these guys aren't so squishy. Ireland? Yeah, actually this seems like kind of like a good spot to... Indeed it does, Foxu. Upon the conclusion of a long council meeting, you decide to make a toast. Of course, one toast eventually becomes many, and time seems to slip away. Later, as you leave the council chamber, you stumble and fall on your face. You can feel the taste of blood in your mouth and the dizziness setting in. I don't like giving people favors, but help! You hear the voice of Ricklefur just before you pass out. As you wake up the next morning, it feels as if your head is about to explode, but you are at least safe. Alright, so I think we're going to go on the... yeah, we're going to go on the boats, and we're going to focus on Ireland just because they are a little bit weaker. We're able to burn down churches a little bit easier, and hopefully we can get our reform before I go. Oh god, I also got to put this guy on the council. Alright. So I've got only one angry vassal. He is a good marshal. Boom. Of course, I've probably just lost my... well, no malcontents. Mind you, I killed the last one, so... Alright, so I think Bishop Onofre, a preacher in the service of King Otogari II of Austrasia, has arrived in Selzig to spread the gospel of their foreign religion. He has little regard for our old faith, declaring it sinful, and he has explained in detail the horrors that we will suffer in the afterlife unless we mend our ways. There are horrors to suffer in this life as well, friend. Favorite subject does not interest me anymore. I can't speak about it with the same zeal as before. So I lose the trait Zealous. Looks like probably we are getting close to the end of this guy's life. So we will ransom him for the 25. Also, let's find these factions that I need to deal with. I thought I put a spy master here. Thanks, Jess. That is actually a very good point. I hope you've been getting some sleep, by the way. I think what we'll try and do, so I can't... it would be very optimistic for me to say that I'd be able to do this over... oh yeah, I really only have enough for two raids at a time. That's fine. Alright, well these guys are gonna focus on their raid. I'm gonna dump the money off to my headquarters. I was hoping I might be able to Ulfr the Oppressor has fulfilled the ambition to build a war chest. Alright. What does that give me again? We'll go for See the Realm Prosper. I don't think this is going to happen, though. Ulfr wants to see his realm prospered by staying at peace for 5 years. Not exactly consistent with what the... what the pagans want. If Ulfr's realm is attacked or he goes to war, this ambition will fail and can't be taken again for 5 years. While the ambition is active, global revolt risk is reduced by 1. Well, that's good, but I have a feeling that these guys are going to put a quick finish to these plans. especially when it's counselors who are participating. T. Clark, I got it. I think it was during a Humble sale. Brian Bucklew is one of the founders of Freehold Games, and he pointed out it was like one of the it was the lowest that maybe it was Winter Sale actually. It was the lowest price it was going to be before full release, and full release they're going to raise the price. So I thought, well, it looks interesting enough. I'll give it a shot. It's all right. I'll admit I haven't put a lot of time into it. God damn it. For too long you have restricted the political influence of your vassals. The time has come to give the council more power. Submit to this demand peacefully or face the consequences. Rest assured that I have gathered others who are equally upset. I will not be blackmailed, and we put off reforming the pagan religion yet again due to rebellions. At least I've got the hang on. So what happened to the other 2,000 guys I've got? No bueno. Yeah, I gotta get these guys on. I gotta get these guys home and quick. Bonus tax. Okay, thank you. But yeah, so I'll admit, T. Clark, I haven't actually, I haven't played a whole lot of it. I'm interested in it, but it's mostly a time thing. Okay, so who's the... Okay, 223... So I'm going to assume that one of these guys is going to pop 500 prestige to get a bunch of troops, assuming one of them has 500 prestige. Maybe not. They can't be that suicidal. Large bands of rebels and opportunists are flocking to the banner of the faithless traitor Egil of Lapland. Of course they are. Ah, there we go. All right. Well, just gonna have to deal with it. So I'm gonna try and rush everybody to my capital as quickly as I can. The reason I'm doing that is I do have a retinue, so I want to make sure that they actually, that they're also involved in the fighting. And, alright, so 2,200. So it's, oh wait, and 1,100 here. So again, my personal forces should be sufficient to handle this. But like I said, I don't want to be standing there raiding territory only to find out I don't actually have enough to take these guys on. So we will disband. The retinue should, let's just double check. No. So all these guys get together. Nothing else for me to work with, so we will unite. Worst case scenario is these guys combine together, which I think they will. Apparently none of my allies are deciding to come in. But I also don't have any messages saying that they're refusing, so... I suspect I can appoint some new commanders. So I think probably what will happen here is we're gonna... Holy crap. Well, I know who my new marshal is. Court physician Godi Ragnar of Knudsker has completely botched the treatment of my sister Gunhilder's disease. Gunhilder is now even worse off than before, barely clinging to life. I am expected to punish Godi Ragnar of Knudsker for his transgression. What would be suitable punishment? Well, as much as I like his skills, I always like the free money that I get. So into the dungeon with you. Ransom, 25 gold. And we will I'm assuming this is going to be something that's patched out, because this feels a little too easy to abuse. I mean, I'm gonna put the the worst ability physician in because they botched one surgery. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So again, here I would prefer to not have to fight 3,300. That's something of an even fight. So we got Playful, Affectionate, Idolizer. Can't give her Learning. I think we said we were going to do Diplomatic for her. Alright, it's a pretty fearsome band. I'm a little worried that they're going to be heading to this island, but we'll see what we can manage. Also, I really need to get rid of this this last county. So probably what's going to happen is they're going to siege Finland, which is the least appealing option. It means that I either have to go the long way around, or... Oh, nope. They are going to be walking straight into my guys. Nope, they're not. So I want to wait for them to... Basically what I'm going to do here is I have a lot more territory than them. I've also got somebody who's sieging their capital at the moment. So I'm okay losing Finland if that's what it comes down to. They're going to move somewhere... Let's see here. So I arrive on April 4th, they arrive on March 29th. That's exactly what I wanted. So I'm not going to suffer the penalty for crossing over the body of water, and we'll basically just crush their troops. All right, 38. A little old for me, but she's a bastard. Why not make a move? Alright, so Cody is no longer my advisor. I'm gonna call it Pyra, but I know that's not the correct pronunciation. I went to Pyra's chamber and gave her a good tumble. It's good to be the Emperor. I have never seen a drawback to going for it, but I don't know. Sorry guys, I know the momentum in this stream has died down a little bit. We'll probably call it in about 9 minutes, but it'd be nice if we can wrap up. One, if we could wrap up the war. The real hope was for being able to reform the pagan religion. I mean, I could completely shoot for the stars and try and take the last holy site, but there are rumors of a young woman in an isolated farm in Selvig who has been gifted with mysterious powders of Satyr. The sorcery she wields grants her power to see into the future and to curse or bless those she lays her eyes on. Will you ask her to join your court? Sure, she's welcome here. Alright, so that's a pretty substantial bit of war score we just got. I don't know if taking out this next batch is gonna fix anything. We might actually have to take some of this territory here. But it can't hurt to gobble these guys up. June 30th, July... damn it. July 24th, 27th. Oh, that's in here, Foxu. Let's see. Lover's pox. And this guy has cancer, because why not? Gyrid, who's looking rather good for 78, also has the lover's pox.
I would never want to belong to any...
Bearded Lord, thank you very much for that follow. Alright, young Sigrid seems to have a natural charm and a way with words. I could beat it out of her, or... well, I want them to become diplomatic, so I'm sure she will suffer in this life. She loses the trait Playful and gains the trait Gregarious. We've had a little bit of trouble on this this playthrough, actually. We've had a big dramatic duel, which I proceeded to apparently cut out during. And I think what's most disappointing... I mean, so I'm not as worried about the VOD, because I know playing the Sabaton already, you know, already kind of killed that ambition. But, like, there's something about getting, like, a 1 in a million victory that... you know, that would have been cool to have as a clip. But... ah, well. Khan Ketchigan, the Bane of Yorga, has forced my daughter to become his concubine. Oh, wild. So she wasn't married to that guy originally. And looks like I actually need to appoint some powerful vassals to positions of power. He's good at marshal, so I will make him my marshal. Again, I'm leaving the option open on some of these other ones. He'll pay for this. I'm leaving the option open for some of these things, mostly because I don't want to piss people off for not letting them do what they want, basically. Like if I have a powerful vassal and I need to kick somebody out of the position, I would prefer not to have to do that. So let's get my goatee back on to converting Catholics. I don't think it will work, but we'll do our best. Might actually, no, it would make sense to... This is Germanic. I was just thinking, like, maybe it makes sense if you've got neighboring regions which are already Germanic, but this is Germanic. I don't see a difference between the two. So I could try and appoint a chancellor. Yeah, I'll hold off on it. Okay, it looks like he's trying to get his territory back, so... Am I going to pick up the upcoming expansion, which adds all the crazy cults and stuff? That'll surely make this stuff even more crazy. Yeah, Foxo, I'm really, I'm definitely interested in picking up the new DLC. Historically, I found the DLC to be a little pricier than I'm willing to buy at the start. However, if it's the same price as Reaper's Due, and I think Conclave was... I don't remember how much Conclave cost, but I know Reaper's Due I thought was a very fairly priced DLC. So if it's similar, I think no. Especially because I don't know how to assess my personal combat ability. I mean, it's possible I could probably, it's possible that I would beat this guy in combat, but I've learned my lesson. No, I might actually lose. High martial skill might give you some indicate. Yeah, so Fox, I mean, the catch here is, like, if you think about, I know Game of Thrones definitely models it this way. The time it told me I had a low probability of success, there was the exact same difference in terms of traits. So I had martial 11, the other guy had a martial 8. Now, at least in this case, I had some personal combat ability. We will definitely obligate them. I'm tempted to take this territory, but I think if I inflict a pretty heavy battlefield defeat, then the rebellion's over. So Foxu, offhand, like, do you know... So based on the response inside of the dialogue, I was convinced that my character was dead when it says that you have a poor chance. Do you know offhand if the random roll is decided when it, like, gives you the opening flavor text, or does it actually do a draw after the event? Because, like I said, I was almost convinced that I had just abruptly ended my my playthrough for a very stupid reason. I wonder if we'll get there in time. I don't think so, but... So they leave August the 1st. Oh, I get there August the 4th. At least we keep the territory, though, so... They're heading to... Alright. Oh, no, they're heading here, actually. Damn it. There we go. No! Jesse Quill, thank you for the host again. Alright, there we go. That's actually a convenient reminder that I'm at the time I said I was going to stop streaming, but we'll give it another minute. We might as well finish off the revolt, and I might burn down a few more churches. Nope. I don't know why I'm getting these all of a sudden. The game is tempting me. Okay, this should finish it off. Alright, so I will distribute new titles. First of all, I want to see if I can... Well... Alright, no ambitions I can fulfill, so we will gather everybody together for some more raiding. I should probably get rid of that remaining title as well, just because that's causing a bit of a pain. And Chancellor, so it looks like I don't have any powerful vassals. Let's put the best for the role. And then we will find out who doesn't like me. So obviously I'm not worrying about the people who are in prison. I can't make my own Chancellor operate on himself, unfortunately, so... I'll give him an honorary title just to try and push him over. We'll make him the law speaker. It's actually a fairly decent council. Again, I've lost my my major advantage of having like all loyalists from once upon a time. And Long reign. I think Toke is probably the best. Unless I have like an outright friend. There we go. So, not as strong as it used to be as far as my, Oh, hang on. I didn't know I could change this already. Alright, so... Sure, let's get some more power. Okay, so banishment, 2 supporters, I would need 2 favors, or execution. I prefer banishment. So, as usual, I'm going to find out who... So Rickfur and Toke, I'm going to assume that these are the 2... yeah, these are the 2 loyalists. They've got 51-year-old, 29... Alright, so I think... I actually just need the 1, don't I? So I'm definitely looking for like an 80-year-old to cast the vote. In the end, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I just need the 1. Basically, the reason why I'm looking for the oldest person possible to cast this vote is because I may not have to honor the Crickle Jarl Snorri the Chaste has called in the favor you owe him to force you to pardon him of his devious crimes. You will no longer be able to take hostile actions against him without looking like a tyrant in the eyes of the realm. Damn it. Alright. So again, this is mostly just to get more power for myself. Once we have banishment, we can do execution. Execution will give us war declaration, and then I will be able to abolish the council. Egil. So I can revoke his title, but the question is, who do I give it to? Let's quickly consult the family tree to see if anybody... Alright. Ah, there is someone. Oh, you know what? No, before I do that. He will get the chiefdom of House. Any other kids that I can give the... So again, most of these are ones I can't do because the inheritance is already going to give them a new title. But every once in a while you have somebody that you can toss a title to. This guy's actually been pretty good at producing some new heirs, so... So Hakon's still in prison, no point in giving the... Okay, they're all dead. Hey, Captain Bear. No, we haven't... Well, West Francia doesn't exist right now. Okay, so there's Toke Valdemar. So we'll revoke this title. Let's say I will be merciful for now. He gains Lapland. And now I will... Nope, can't afford it. Too bad. Alright, let's just take a quick look and see if I mean, so all that I'm doing here is just trying to put more territories in the hands of family members. This isn't exactly how I would normally do it. Normally I would actually do this at the duchy level. But I sort of have some opportunities right now, and basically the more people of my blood I can sort of put throughout the realm, the better off I'm at. So another good example here is Alfer. So we'll just take a minute, take a look at my prisoners, see if there's anybody with a title that I can take. Ideally, it's people at the count level. So yeah, this is a good example. We can revoke the title. Ah, now he is no longer a traitor, so in this case he likes me. What we'll do instead is we will ransom him. And we're going to do this for basically everyone. We're just going to see, are there titles that I can revoke? If yes, we'll take the title. If no, what I'm going to do... Oh, hang on. This guy might be powerful, though, so I might have to clear out some space on the council. Heising sort of likes me. He's of my blood, so I think it would actually make sense just to ransom him. In this case, again, because I'm going to be handing off titles to family members, I'm sort of shooting myself in the foot if I do that. Okay, Dag likes me, not a member of my family, but he is... Huh. I don't want to ransom Saga, I want to ransom him. He likes me, so let's just see, can I... Okay, can't take it away from him. He likes me. I have a feeling we're past the point where I can successfully revoke some of these titles. Yeah. So I might as well make some money off of this. Alright, now this guy hates me. Right, that guy was a traitor, so I will be able to take a title from him. Oh wait, but he is blood. Starkster. Nope, and he likes me, so ransom him. Snorri's already getting released. Heigl. Same story. I'm not releasing him though yet. And Hong... Yeah, no, this guy's gonna want a position on the council. Alright. We're gonna wait a little while then. So I got a bunch of money coming in. How are you doing, Armor? Don't you always ask me that? Now is it just Francis or East Frank? It's East Francia. It can become Francia, but for whatever reason it hasn't, so... I might have actually made a mistake by going greedy. Actually, you know what? The more sensible thing might be for me to try and take Kate. Alright, so we're gonna burn down a couple more... Oh my god. We really lose... My vassal Ricklefur of Agder is arguing with his wife. She seems quite upset and they're almost screaming at each other. They don't even notice that you are watching them. Should intervene. He was upset that I interrupted a private discussion and he wanted me to stay out of their business in the future. Well, you know what? Screw you, buddy. Pleased to hear that after a period of peace and trade management, the county of Finn is doing very well. People are happy and the tax collectors reporting record intakes. Same with Blekinge. Alright. So it's negative 30 for being imprisoned. I will be merciful. And I will ransom him for 145. Alright, now I really need to take a look at my court and see how many powerful vassals I just released. None? Good for me. Oh yes, I've even got more... I didn't even consider the prisoners who don't have titles. So here, it's almost criminal that I'm not actually investing in infrastructure here. Let's adjust that actually. So we'll do Market City. Wooden Hill for... Actually, that might just be improving things for the Market Village. Earth Hill Fort. I kind of consider this to be my primary holdings. But yeah, so I might actually just be making this more profitable for the person who inherits it. All right, so this guy has got a pretty strong army, and that is absolutely his army. Snorri. Is he a powerful vassal? He is, so unfortunately, you have to rot. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that I can do. So we're definitely falling back on the moral authority. What I really need to do is claim the holy site, and I could, in principle, I could go for a bit of a Hail Mary, and I could like either burn some of my prestige for it, or I could is no pacts too. I could either burn some of my prestige, or I could rely on the fact that he's currently fighting for Asturias. Yeah, so this guy's just being brought in as an ally, though, so there's so many ways that can go wrong against me. But I also have more troops than him. This is a tough call. I think it is better if I divide my troops. So I can probably cut this up into... slightly smaller stacks. I think we're going to do that. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do one more attempt to... wrong ones. One more attempt to... reform the pagan religion. Yes, I have all of Iceland now, Captain Bear. Oh, I didn't bring enough ships. The Irish are going to be paying for it anyway.
Ah!
You know, the other thing I could try. I was just thinking, like, what if I just tried to straight up take Northumbria? And if I can't, like, if I conquer a whole bunch of counties. But I've got my raiders now, so let's just go make the Irish miserable for a little while. Total D4, thank you very much for the auto host. Like I said, we're probably going to be wrapping up soon, but... And Rambler146, thank you for the auto host as well. We'll see if I can maybe make a little bit of mileage with this army. I'm really interested to see if I can cut it up into maybe stacks of... If I could get it into 4 stacks, that would be amazing, but... Alright, I actually think we're gonna pull this off. So basically this is gonna be 4... Ooh. That was poorly considered on my part. We're gonna lose. Oh, it just barely didn't, but... Yeah, I should have got my health back up. Oh, I don't have enough to do the siege. All right, these guys are weak. Yeah, that was boneheaded of me. But it's at least in this case, it's a little bit of a proof of concept that we are actually able to take these things down. Let's just make sure that... So some of these are actually pretty well defended. But yeah, so the plan is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 churches we're going to take down, and then presumably we can move to 4 other ones in the region. Although it doesn't seem to matter because again we're gonna need 11 of these. So 4, I mean we're basically gonna need 3 of these stacks to actually accomplish what we're setting out to do, assuming we don't lose any other ones. So it may actually be the case where I just need to declare war for Zealand and hold it. Certainly not my favorite option. Okay. I've got an okay chancellor already, but I've got a powerful vassal that wants a roll. Ragnar, Boltfer, and Gyrid. Oh god, I've got so many people who really like me. I guess I can afford a bit of a bastard on the council, so... When's the next time I'm going to be able to adjust this? 4 years. Let's see if I live that long. So yeah, it's actually a mystery to me as to whether or not we're going to be able to raid enough enough territories to accomplish what I'm setting out to do. I don't know if I want to do... I think I'm going to hold off on these upgrades for a little bit. Thanks, Captain Bear. It definitely will not turn into another 4 hours. Can you use Can the Vikings use rivers to go raiding? You're not so up to date on the mechanics. What do you mean use rivers to go raiding? Because I've heard that that's something that they can do, but I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. My liege, loyal servants such as I surely deserve some recognition and rewards from time to time. It is widely known that you hold huge lands and many titles, and are generous as you are wise. Perhaps you would consider granting this humble servant the chiefdom? Why? First of all, what is it? Absolutely not. This greed does not become you. See, I really do feel like I'm gonna be stuck trying to... Well, you know what? We burned a couple churches, so... Sky has got 1,000 troops to his name, so I might want to be careful about... You know, I really doubt that he's actually gonna try and raise his levy on top of my guys, though, so... This place can still be raided, as can this one. Alright, maybe this will work. I'm not sure. We should probably combine these two guys to take this. Yeah, Fox, I mean, again, I have heard it said that you can use rivers to raid, and I have no idea what that actually means. Oh, I can hold another great blot. Alright, so first of all, we will hold the blot, but I am 100% selling off the Jarl. Toke the Quarreler has created the Jarldom of Island. Again, my council's really happy with me, which is one of the very rare times that this is the case. So I really don't want this character to die, actually. Not it's Jesse or Endor's. And yeah, I did not realize quite what that looked like until I tried it. So yeah, what I'm doing here is before the blot, I want to try and ransom as many prisoners as I can because I'm going to be executing some more. Alright, so I think this is my daughter. Yep, so we will go to Medieval Tinder and find her someone nice. Alright, you know what? I actually need some people to give the titles to, so... Okay, that might work. Looks like 26 is the best. Probably don't want to marry her off to a homosexual. Yeah, why not? So this not only raises some of my prestige, but it actually gives me some more potential heirs. For some time now, my wife has been complaining about her painful joints. Apparently they frequently swell up, becoming hot and aching for several hours. I pray to Odin that she will recover. That is gout. Alright, he bungled. Into the dungeon with him. Definitely gotta make sure that we get this guy out before... Oh, Yirza. Looks like you're better at being a Cirrus. Congratulations, you were promoted. Alright, court physician. Cody, there you go. Have fun. Like I said, it's a bit of an exploit, but I like money, so... again, making sure that I've gotten the money I can get from whatever ransoms I can manage. As usual. Oh! Bad luck for you, my friend. Basically, we're just, we're translating these captives into some cash. And then when we hold the Great Blot, obviously a bunch of these are going to wind up sacrificed. But there's no point in... there's no point in sort of leaving cash on the table if we can avoid it. Can you move boats into major rivers? We'll find out with these. I'm not quite ready to move it yet, but last I checked, no. Alright, so this one is done. I don't think I have enough to lay siege to this. Yeah, they're 1265. This one's nice and weak, though. And I'm going to be loaded with the hostage. I don't even need to worry about taking the or about the loot from the raids. Hostages are where it's at. So I should probably just move on from here, but I think the cities generally give you a bit of money as well, so it'd be nice to try and take this temple, but it's fairly well defended, so we'll sort of save that for the end, I think. I think that might be the last of it. And then we hold the... Oh, hang on. I think the blot has since passed us. At least November and before March. Yeah, so it looks like it's got to be a winter thing. So we just missed it. Alright, fair enough. More money for us. Oh, I just hit 50. Getting old. Again, sorry guys, I know this is, like I said, it's kind of mellowed out a little bit. Mostly I'm just trying to push forward this, this effort to reform the pagans, and I'm a little too cowardly to try and take Zealand, even though I think now would actually be one of the better opportunities for... oh, hello. East Francia is trying to take these guys. But yeah, the drawback is if I do this, it's entirely possible that East Francia wants my territory. And I just simply don't have the means of defending myself from that. So it looks like I can't actually move the boat into that area. I'll try and see the realm prosper. Unlikely it will work because there are so many reasons for me to go to war, but I don't know, one can always hope. I started to feel that turn the other cheek is just stupid, an eye for an eye. Alright, my dement is too big, but that is because of my the loss of my trait. I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, I know, T. Clark. I mean, again, it's because I'm on a little bit of a roll in terms of these raids. Alright, so why did Gyrid leave? No powerful vassals, which is good. And I've got a good spy master, so... Alright, looks like I do have some factions I need to worry about, though. So, who is the largest source of troops? Looks like a member of my council is causing problems. Man, there is something about this realm which breeds traitors. See, one of the things that's funny too, like, I could probably just do this stuff, like, on my own. I don't know if this is actually interesting to watch. So, like, here, right, I'm gonna be taking down Dublin because that'll be giving me some money. Assuming everything stays static, then we've got 47. So we actually, if we take these three up top, assuming that we don't lose any moral authority, we might actually be able to pull this off. Kite, thank you very much for that auto-host. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so we might actually finally be able to reform the faith. I need to be really careful. Like, I want to hit that button the second it becomes available. Oh, for God's sake. Peasant revolt. Why not? Peasants have risen up in Dal, led by a disgruntled soldier. Looks like they're going to lose anyway. But we're calling in the allies because this is what we do. Unless this doesn't count. Yeah, it looks like they're just losing by virtue. While looting the holding, one of your men came upon a strange-looking key made of an unknown metal. As you examine it, the metal reminds you of the mysterious chest you recovered earlier. Perhaps there is a connection. Let's see if the key will fit. Ooh! And I'm glad we kept playing then. The key fits the lock and you slowly open the chest. It contains nothing but dust. As you run your hand through it, strange lights begin to manifest in the room and you close your eyes when the first ghostly apparitions appear. You hear the screams of your guards, and when you finally open your eyes again, the specters are gone and your guards have been reduced to ash. This chest needs to be buried. You have the chest buried and vow never to speak of it to another soul. Man, that is a cool event. I mean, I have no idea what it's obviously a Raiders of the Lost Ark reference, but I will admit one thing I do like about Crusader King's approach here. Yeah, so we're still losing the moral authority. We hold the blot. You've sent out a summons to all of your vassals for the blot. Those that have been baptized or profess to follow the teachings of the prophet will have to offer gold to be exempted from this magnificent feast. I can hardly wait. Jarl Hakon, your vassal, is stubborn in his ways and speaks only of the mercy of the Lord, but he has wisely decided to offer you some gold to be exempted from the blot. Again, I want to be careful. If I can ransom prisoners, I will. The guests have arrived, and the time has come for the blot to begin. You gather outside the temple and start offering animals in sacrifice to the gods. While their meat is prepared for the feast that is to follow, the blood is sprinkled on statues of Odin, Thor, Freyr, and the other gods, as well as the worshippers themselves. Now for the human sacrifice. Debrail is brought up from your dungeons and escorted to the temple. As the noose is placed around her neck, she steadies herself and murmurs several passages that you recognize being from the Christian Holy Book. Where's your Blessed Virgin now, Debrail? Saga is brought up from your dungeons and escorted to the temple. As soon as she spots you among those gathered nearby, she hurls insults and spittle your way, continuing even as the noose is placed around her neck. The hatred in her eyes cannot be mistaken. Allfather, we offer you this sacrifice. Brood is brought up from your dungeons and escorted to the temple. As the noose is placed around his neck, he steadies himself and murmurs several passages that you recognize as being from the Christian Holy Book. Where is your Blessed Virgin now, Brood? Jarl Snorri, ooh, the powerful vassal, is brought up from your dungeons and escorted to the temple. Even as the noose is placed around his neck, Snorri stares vacantly ahead without betraying any emotion whatsoever. It would seem that he has accepted his fate. Allfather, we offer you this sacrifice. Young Ingrid has finished her education in diplomacy. It seems that she has learned all the basic skills required. Hey, she's in prison. Very good. The sacrifice over, the feast at the end, and the blot can now begin. The meat of the animals that was sacrificed has already been prepared, and there is plenty of mead to go around. Let the celebrations begin. Okay, so I think I've got a position on the council that I need to fill. Pretty sure it showed a... Alright, Mr. Gear of Aland. You are good for nothing. Alright. I hate doing this, but I'm actually going to have to kick out a good chancellor so that this clown can be in there. I gotta think, how can I'm trying to manipulate this so I can get Dag still in the Chancellor position and... Okay, actually, hang on. Okay, I know what I'll do, so we will... change him to Chancellor. Spymaster is very good. And as much as I like Dag, I have to fire him, unfortunately. They're all glory hounds. You are conversing with another guest when the loud screams of passion interrupt. The corner of the room in full view of everyone else, Goaty Eagle is engaged in carnal pleasures with one of the serving girls. Both are completely naked, and only when they notice the stunned silence in the room do they seem to remember where they are. By Odin. Alright, there's another temple burned. Still at 44 though, so... it's doubtful we're going to be able to pull off this, this reform. Feast is over, and with the blot, it the blot, it will be at least 9 years until you hold the next one, but as your vassals return home, most seem to agree that the ceremony was well worth the trip. Which is why I've got a dangerous faction. Okay, 864. 2K. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, you know, I will say, T. Clark, so I'm not particularly sad that we did have the I mean, it sucks. I don't like it when the game crashes. I also don't like it when it's necessarily to my advantage, but I will admit that this has been more interesting. One of the reasons I say that is I don't think I would have known about the Great Blot mechanics if I didn't have so much of this power to sort of, you know, to just kind of burn. So, I suppose that's one nice side effect. How are these guys for strength? 666? Okay. So once I take this temple, I'm actually moving these guys to this island. Again, just looking for as many churches to burn as we can. I mean, the other thing I can do too is just convert to Christianity, but we've gotten so far on this that it feels like a bit of a cop-out to try that now. Alright, this is a little risky because we are actually going to have some morale damage coming off the boat, but I think we can pull this off, so. Alright, what do we do here? So, town infrastructure seems to be the way to go here. Then we can do church infrastructure. I think siege equipment is the right call for military. Can do tolerance or legalism. I think I'm going to go for legalism just because that should give me some access to ruler types, which is the whole reason for going for reforming the religion. So we're close. Yeah, if we actually pull these... Okay, so assuming that this pulls off and we don't have any more reduction in moral authority, once we finish these 4 sieges, we will actually have enough moral authority to reform the pagan faith. But that's a big if, because we've been here before and it falls off the edge. Few alive have a more fearsome reputation than you, where many Vikings merely raid, you destroy entire towns and castles, leaving none alive besides one to spread the tale of Ulfr the Ravager. I lose the trait Viking, and I gain the trait Ravager, which gives me even more prestige, one more martial, and more personal combat skill. Same bonus trait, but even better, same faith. There's yet more work to be done. Can I raise another runestone to me? I feel like I've earned it. So again, I'm really chomping at the bit to see these sieges go down. I don't want to hit assault because that might actually lead me. So notice here, if I start losing attackers, I actually, my steward tells me that efforts at praising my name and deeds have been met with great success. A small army of warriors have converged at Selzing tribe ready to serve you. I just need to make sure that they have someone to fight within a year lest they become troublesome. Splendid. Okay, so 1,500 troops. I don't think I can take on the Franks. Can't take on anyone. What's going on here? So unit is not allowed to raid, so I'd have to take these guys to war. Tempting. We'll see what happens with Zealand to see whether or not I fall over the edge. I think we're probably just going to say no to these guys, though. Alright, so I've run out of troops for this raid, unfortunately. I will not be blackmailed. Still at 46 for the moral authority, so what are we looking at for this rebellion? Honestly, I think here I'm going to raise a tribal army if I don't have enough to take these guys on their own with my existing strength. Large bands of rebels and opportunists are flocking to the banner of the faithless traitor Dag in Angermanland. Oh, is this the guy that I fired? Alright, so yeah, these guys are going to be a little bit of a problem. Horrors to suffer in this life. At least your boss wants to get you back. Alright, I think we wind up taking... It's close, though. If I hit assault, we'd probably lose the siege. So I'm reasonably confident in our ability to win this, but this 1700 is actually a big question, just based on the fact that the AI is not very good at strategy. And we've got 1800 now, so let's drop all pretense. I've got the prestige to burn, so let's raise a tribal army. That gives me 4,000, and there's no question anymore. Again, 1,000 troops here, you know, 1,500 to add there. It's possible this was a bit of an extravagance, but there's just no point in wasting. Let's get him to heighten morale. There's just no point in risking it. For 500 prestige, I think I can sort of handle the damage. Okay, we're 46. We're about to take another church, and then we can move to the right. And what I'm going to do now, for any places that that burn down the temple or loot the temple, I'm going to move them straight into the next location. So I'm not going to take this city. We're going to move straight to the next location. So I don't think we get any claims here. Also, let's make sure these guys aren't particularly strong. So we're at 48. We might pull it off, guys. So here I'm combining these troops. Eventually we're going to move up to these. Seems like a decent fight to contribute to, actually. We're probably going to arrive too late, but they're going to be fairly weak. Now they're 4,000. Ooh, excellent. They're split, so we're going to go crashing into them and have superior numbers. Alright, these guys are wasting their time. Just gotta get them moving north. Okay, so we're at 48. We took the church, though, so let's move north. These guys have got 129, so I want to be careful about them. Again, I'm going to inflict as many battlefield defeats on them as I can because my allies are going to be, they're going to be taking care of the territories. And in the worst case scenario, you know, I just assign a raider or something like that. I just do some more raiding in Europe or something like this. Okay, lost Spymaster. My commander was cornered and slain by the enemy on the battlefield. He fought bravely until the end. I would care if I wasn't trying to go to bed. And our command pool for commanders is getting a little thin. Okay, we're at 49. We're gonna do something a little counterintuitive. So we've literally burned all the churches on Ireland. This is a good spot. Because we have the troops for it. Now what's probably going to happen here is we're going to lose one or two moral authority off of these. And what's basically going to happen... I suspect it's the combination of the three that's going to push us over the edge. Oh no, you don't. Where are you going? Melpad. Arrive June 5th. I arrive June 17th. I think I wind up crossing a river for this, so June 15th. Still June 19th. Rashern! Hey, how are you doing? I'm actually, I should just caution you, I'm, alright, there's no satisfying this guy. I've been promising that I've been going to bed for a while, but we're very close, so... Rashern, how well do you know Crusader Kings, out of curiosity? What we've been doing, I am very well. We've been playing a Norse playthrough. I started off as a little county in Denmark, and then I founded the Kingdom of Denmark, and now the Empire of Scandinavia. And we are trying to reform paganism, so that instead of being sort of dominated by Christianity, it instead... Alright, so willful and fussy won't work. Ah, but she's ambitious. Brooding, conscientious... Alright, so intrigue is good for this kid. You don't know about it all, heard good things to... it's not even turn-based strategy, it's pausable real-time strategy. Now, I pause a lot, so it makes it seem turn-based.
I would never want to belong to any club.
Adderall, thank you very much for following. Please don't expect that I normally stream this late. I am now an hour past the time I said I was going to finish. But what we're doing right now... See, I told you it was going to go down. What we're doing right now is we're trying to reform the pagan religion. Oh, for God's sake. And I'm starting to think Ilinia might fancy me. 28? Why not? Make a move. I went to Ilinia's chamber and gave her a good tumble. It's good to be the Emperor. Alright. Well, these guys have got 751. So, against my better judgment, we're actually going to take these guys on. So what we're trying to do is reform the pagan faith so that it's something that doesn't sort of become dominated by Christianity and instead becomes sort of an established religion on its own. And one of the reasons for this is that it'll give me access to a number of other succession laws. The challenge is that I... Alright, so there's the rebellion done. It's very difficult to get to the moral authority required. Alright, so I'm at a disadvantage with these guys. But it looks like it doesn't matter. So one of the ways you can raise your moral authority is actually by looting temples, which we've been doing for the past little while. But the problem is that we don't seem to be looting them fast enough in order to get the moral authority that we need. So we're down to 47, which means we need 50 to reform the faith. We are taking this one. We're about to take this one. And this one we need to get past the castle first. So we might, but it's very dodgy. On the plus side, we are going to be loaded once this is done. So this is the first time I've actually played any of these Germanic peoples. It's really interesting. I mean, it's full of human sacrifice and, you know, all that goodness. But it's definitely... it's been a bit of a struggle to achieve what I'm looking for. Okay, so this has a fairly light garrison, I thought. So now we're up to 48 moral authority. Churches... Okay, so the castle will fall next. Alright, so we don't have enough to be able to take that down. Northumbria has got 2,000 troops, so I don't want to mess with them. And they've got 1.4k, so I need to get stronger. I think we're gonna double up with these guys. Then we can make a move on some other territories. Oh, that's right, Foxu. I wasn't even thinking of that. I'm not a builder, I'm a destroyer. Oh, you're kidding me. It's still 48? Alright, you actually make a really good point here, Foxu. 456 for a temple. 666 days! Okay. Should build like 100 temples just to be sure. Should probably also raid closer to home. I mean, Ireland's a nice and easy target, but I really only have myself to blame on some. Oh, hang on. Some of these old temples have rebuilt. So that'll give me some more opportunities for some easy pickings. These things are not nearly as well defended as some of the other ones, so we should be able to do like our stack of 4 again. Actually, against my better judgment, I'm going to do that right now. You misunderstood the Walking Knight and thought it was a werewolf. Got really confused and wondered how it fit in this game. Well, there is actually sort of pseudo-supernatural events that happen in this game, which are really interesting. You know what? This garrison's also weak, so let's... So again, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to press this advantage, give them no quarter. No, this is wrong actually, because they've got 959, so. What do these guys have? 520, so we should be able to take that on. Again, these garrisons seem a little bit different from what they should be. Okay, so I'm getting attrition for some reason. I think it's because I'm in the wrong supply area. Hopefully we'll fix that. So again, here, reasonably easy to siege these things down. Alright, so we're at 49. Oh, but we already took that, so... So again, these should be fairly straightforward for us to finish off. Surely one of these will fall before the next domino hits, so... Just wait for the next expansion, then we'll go full supernatural with witches, warlocks, and devil worshippers. Foxu is not lying, actually. There's a lot of interesting stuff coming in the next DLC. Again, I don't know what it'll cost, so I'm not going to make a promise that I'll be playing it right away. But if the price is right, I will definitely... Aha! The moment we have been looking for. Sweet freedom. The religion can be reformed. The Germanic faith can be reformed into an organized religion. So, it's going to cost me 750 piety. The Germanic Reformation. The ancient Germanic religion is proving unable to withstand the onslaught of the cross and the moon. Rather than abandoning the old ways, Filkir Ulfir, the most powerful priest, have decided to reform the Germanic faith. With codified rites, a holy scripture, and a strict church hierarchy under a single leader, they hope that the reformed Germanic faith is better armed to fight back against the weak and effeminate foreign beliefs. For Frey, I am now the ruler. And, as a bonus, we may now adopt feudalism. And oh boy, do I have some changes to make. Alright, so I have got a lot of stuff that I need to reform. So first of all, big thing to notice, look how much bigger my army is. We are now ready to start, ready to start having some real fun. Because we have reformed the faith, there is a lot that I need to do. Alright, so what's it gonna cost? I am going to go over all of this other stuff later. Like, I'm gonna maybe either on my own time or next cast worry about all these titles. But why was it so important for me to accomplish the transition? Why did I want to adopt feudalism? Well, it's not even necessarily feudalism so much as it's the fact that we can now use these succession laws. We're currently under Gavelkind. Oh, interesting. So we can actually adjust some of these. Whew. I just gave myself a whole bunch of other problems. Okay, so basically, what I want to go for mostly is primogeniture, which in this case, right now I'm currently operating under something called Agnatic Elective Gavelkind. And this means that people vote for sort of the next heir. Speaking of which, yeah. Which means that basically all of the titles wind up divided amongst my sons, and this is a bit of a problem because I've got a big empire sort of for me, and it's I don't want to divide that amongst all of the I don't want to divide that amongst all of the other members of the family, and so what I'm going to be doing for the next little while is I'm going to be focusing on trying to manage the realm in such a way that I preserve all of the titles, I preserve all of the sort of all of the power that I have. Particularly, I want to focus on these two duchies that I've been holding since the beginning. I want to be building them up, I want to be making them stronger. And I want to be working towards this succession law. The most direct way that I can sort of pass everything on to one person would be seniority. Now what this is going to do, I would need to have vassals not fighting each other. One of these must be true. I have Conclave enabled, which I do. Empire Scandinavia, one of these must be true, has medium, high, or absolute crown authority. And... interesting. So how am I supposed to get my crown authority up? It's funny because I don't see a... I don't actually see a... oh, there we go. Scroll down. So I've got centralization. Yeah, it still doesn't have... still doesn't have a level of crown authorities. I'm probably gonna have to go and... How you doing, Booty Snagglers? I'm actually just wrapping up for tonight, so I'm gonna have... I think I'm gonna have to read up on this and see exactly what's going on with these changes. So, in theory, I could switch to Gavelkind without the elections. That will at least keep it within my family. Ideally, I would have primogeniture. Now, for that, I would need to... One of these must be true. Either any held title as a viceroyalty, conclave is enabled, holder primary title, one of these must be true, has the law late feudal ad... Oh my god, that's gonna be... Late feudal or imperial administration, Jesus Christ. So that takes legalism 3. Yeah, I am nowhere close to that. Jesus Christ. So I think... I think probably my best bet... Do I have any... Yeah, I do have strong vassals. Okay. Good Chancellor. No more Red Fists. Even better Spy Master to keep people in... I could put the Empress. Yeah. Oh, nope. She's still mad at me. This guy's just going to be mad at me forever. Fair enough. Okay. I also need to appoint advisors. But yeah, okay. So I think I need to read up a little bit to figure out what's going on with these laws. My highest priority is to try and change the succession laws. If I can get the succession laws in such a way that I'm able to consolidate power in the hands of one person, then we're golden. Then it's just a matter, like at that point we start investing a lot into our personal holdings, and we attempt to sort of we attempt to make some moves either into Francia or we start taking England or something like that. If we have Gavelkind succession, then I really need to start thinking about how I'm going to navigate it. I mean, it might be a case where I wind up like killing off sons or something like that. So I think right now I'd lose... Actually, you know what? Right now, with my firstborn, I think I would be okay. It's going to take a quick second here and assign the people who like me the oh, god damn it, the Glory Hound. Okay. Also, one of these guys is a better marshal, so... This guy's not good at anything, but he's powerful. Sort of, this guy's a decent enough chancellor. So my council's not bad either. I've got 2 loyalists, so basically I just need 1 vote to be able to get what I need. Oh, interesting. So I owe somebody a favor, apparently. I wish it would tell me who I owe a favor to, actually, because if I find out... if I find that out, then in principle, I can pay the favor off. And so, like, let's say for a minute that centralization is what allows me to change the over myself. It's at the bottom. Oh, Godi the IO 2. All right, Ragnar the Holy. Wait, aren't I able to... Yeah, I can pay off the favor. And Svein. It's expensive, but there we go. We'll just run these to, hey, I got achievements! New ways for the old gods and not a tribe. Actually, this is probably a really dumb idea for me to unpause the game while I have so many of these titles. It would be nice, though, if it would tell me that it was done. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to do some reading. What the hell? But I'm not under a favor. Anyways, maybe I misread what was going on. It doesn't matter. I mean, we're going to get a ton of money once we... Oh, actually, we're already at capacity. Yeah, I think it's probably better we just jump on the ships and get the hell out of here once we get our money. But yeah, all of that's going to be for next week. Because it is now 1:19, I am an hour 20 minutes past my extended time when I said I would finish this. This is a lot of fun. Like I said, I kind of regretted we had 2 problems. So one game crash where this guy actually wound up dodging a death, basically. And then you guys missed the really dramatic duel. It's actually kind of funny, so it's a big turning point, like where if that duel hadn't turned out, we wouldn't have had this legendary family member. So it kind of sucks that that didn't... Holy Site of... Wait a minute, it isn't? Oh, he's a heretic. Can I force conversion? No. Can probably kill him though. Neat. Anyways, yeah, so lots of stuff happened. This is really fun to do. I regret, you know, we messed up. I mean, in the end, I suppose it was as good of a stream for that stuff to happen anyway, because I did play some of the Sabaton, which I know is not going to play on YouTube. But I am really tired. I'm done for tonight. So we will save our game. I'm going to click resign just so we can take a quick look at what it looks like. Again, for those of you who are new to the game, I didn't really do a good job of sort of explaining the game, just because I was past that point and I was really just trying to rush through to the end. But we began as this little county, and we have now since expanded out. Everything that is the dark blue is mine. We will be... This is sort of what we want to take. So as you can see, there's some areas around the Baltic that we still need to take. Probably my next plan would be to take advantage of the fragmentation in, you know, in the what's basically now the UK. Maybe trample over that before I get a little bold and try to take on the Franks, because in the end, they've got 16,000 troops, and right now we did just reform. I only have... Like, what's my capacity here? Oh, so apparently I have too many troops based on my demand, but my suspicion is that'll be fixed once I adjust these. I basically have a bunch of titles to deal with. So the beginning of next stream is going to be a little administrative, but then that's kind of the heart and soul. As I sort of mentioned before, our aim has been to try and pass off as many titles to family members as we can. We've got a few openings here now, so we can start sort of adjusting things as we see fit. But all of that we'll save for another day. This is a lot of fun. We began in 769, and we are now in 888. So that was what, about 109 years. Is that right? Feels wrong. 200 year. No, we're coming close to 200 years. Anyways, as you can see, I'm tired. Last thing we're going to do is just see how we stack up as far as scores are concerned. With 1903, with a score of 19,013, you beat House Welf, a dynasty very much down on its luck in 1066. By 1100, all that had changed. Control of two of the most powerful duchies in Germany and substantial lands in Italy made them the second most powerful family in Germany after the Hohenstaufen. One member of the Welf family would even gain the title of emperor, but the struggles would also weaken the family, and much of the lands would be lost. The family would consolidate its holdings in northern Germany as Dukes of Brunswick and remain a player in imperial politics. We began with Prander the Cruel, who achieved a score of 1745. Following that, the Jarl became king, King Prolfur the Repulsive. We had two basically disfigured kings. One ruled for 16 years, and he amassed almost twice as much as his dad. And then King Boltfur the Brute, probably one of the more successful rulers that we had, with 3,903. But Falkir Ulfr, who is still currently continuing his reign, one more year and he will match his daddy's efforts. He was able to create the Empire of Scandinavia. He was able to reform the faith, and so far has sort of been our grandpa. So I believe my character's name is the Ruthless or something like that. Also want to see if the Chronicle mentions the reform of the pagan religion. Ulfir Skoldberg adopted feudal system in his domains, abandoning the old tribal ways, and led the reformation of the Germanic, and copies of the sagas were spread and read everywhere to honor Frey. I am the... Why are you doing this to me? I'm the something. I'm not Abscand. I am the oppressor. Ulfir the oppressor. So we have got back it up. The cruel, the repulsive, the brute, and the oppressor. We certainly know how to make an impression. Okay, guys. For real this time, I'm done. Let's see who we can host. You've been wonderful. I know we went from something like 20, I think we're down to like 11. Oh, there's so many good people. Alright, guys. I'll leave it to you, especially because I know it's nice when we can actually get some people in on the raids. We've got Melee Mage right now who is doing Atlas Reactor, which is fun. It's kind of like XCOM. And then we've got W. Shand, who is a partnered streamer doing the Midnight Society. He's playing a horror game called Home. Shand is really, really good. He's very charismatic, lots of energy into his cast. Melee Mage is a really big supporter of this cast. A little bit more low-key. He's a very nice guy, though, and I'm very happy to do either one of them. But I think seeing as probably you guys are going to be spending more time in there than me, I'd get your opinion. So we've got something which is maybe a lesser known game and a higher energy cast, and then we've got Atlas Reactor, which is maybe a bit better known and a little bit more consistent with the strategy theme, and Melee Mage, who is a kind of a smaller scale streamer. Does anybody have a preference? We also have a streamer who's doing Morrowind right now, but it'd be nice if we could support one of those two guys. Melee Mage? Alright. So, for those of you who are new, or those of you who are still conscious, the way we do this is we basically just write out, we're tired of System Talk, heard this place was better. I do encourage you guys to check out Melee Mage. He is a really, really great guy. He's a big supporter of the cast. And Atlas Reactor, in my opinion, is actually a pretty interesting game, so he'll be able to tell you a little bit about it. For those of you, maybe if it isn't your thing, I will recommend either Kilgore Trout. The O's are... well, at least one of the O's are written as zeros. Just check the Morrowind tab. He's very good, and W. Shand is maybe a little bit more comedy-oriented. But we're going to take the party over to Melee Mages. I will see you guys, if you're into Crusader Kings, next week. And for those of you who just like the sound of my voice, my green eyes, my sexual charisma, I will see you all on Wednesday, where we may do some Dark Souls, or I may try and change some things up. I will decide closer to the date. See you then, guys. Have a good one.